Well, I couldn't believe that this simple, humble man was doing all these great things. But he was just so simple and so humble. I thought, I can't believe this is Dr. Jim Withers.
I've known Jim for over 20 years. I met him when I heard him speak as an undergraduate student.
I've known him for 2 years, and I met him at my job interview, actually.
Jim is notoriously very humble and very approachable and very genuine. And as a student, that feels uncomfortable when someone who is so that you've learned to revere is so approachable and so genuinely interested in you. That's a little bit alarming. It kind of catches you off guard, I think.
He's a good listener. He, when he talks to you or asks you questions, he listens. He looks at you and he listens. He pays attention, and I can tell he's interested and wants to know your story.
I went with him to a fundraising event, and he doesn't like to do those kinds of things. He doesn't like to talk about who he is and what he does and what his needs are for the program. And he was standing up on the stage, and a woman in the audience said to him, "Doctor, where did you get the funds to begin this work?" And he squirmed around on the stage, and he said, "Well, actually, we stole everything that we needed to start the ministry from Mercy Hospital." He said, and a few years later, I felt guilty about that, so I went to the sister who was the head of Mercy Hospital, and I told her what I had done, that we were stealing these bandages and these medical supplies and these medications. And she looked at me and she said, "You don't know the story of the Sisters of Mercy in Pittsburgh, do you? When the sisters came here in 1843, they walked out on the streets and did exactly what you're doing. So you have our blessing to keep doing it." He said, but I felt better that I had confessed that I had stolen all the things that we needed to get started.
He actually has this one person he's known for a really long time, and he always gives her a pair of socks. So she was homeless, and I believe right now she's housed, but we still see her quite frequently on our campus and outside. And he always has a pair of socks for her. I think the best part of this story is that they've known each other for so long, and every time she sees his car or sees him, she lights up like a kid at Christmas. And I've come to watch him when he sees her, and it's the same thing. He lights up, and I think that that's the wonderful thing is like there's a connection.
The thing that I think that Jim has taught me the best is how to listen, how to hear, how to honor people's stories, because that's the first and most critical step to healing.
The way that we as a community look at folks, when we shame them, we blame them, and we think in terms of, can't you come to me on my terms? That's a big problem. And even with pretty well-intentioned people, that can resurface over and over. And it's really a remarkably difficult thing to enter the reality of others and say, how does it look from there? There are many barriers. And I think the way we structure healthcare and services is very system-oriented and somewhat short-sighted or short-termed in that what can you get reimbursed for? You know, how is our structure already set up? What's convenient for us, and not is it really working for the people? When we don't address if it's going to really work for the people we are trying to serve, it doesn't work.
He's done all this for a population that people seem to not see.
We believe very strongly at Pittsburgh Mercy in person-centered care, and there's nobody who better exemplifies person-centered care than Dr. Withers. He's totally engaged with people when he meets them.
Jim, congratulations. The award is well deserved, You are a community champion and hero to so many of us, and I know it makes you uncomfortable to receive awards, but it'll make you more comfortable to receive this award on behalf of all of those people that you've taught and served and inspired. Thank you.
Congratulations on your Community Heroes Award. If anybody deserves it, it's you, and I'm really happy for you.
Thank you, Dr. Withers, for the wonderful work that you do on behalf of Pittsburgh Mercy, and more especially the wonderful work that you do in service to the people of the city of Pittsburgh and the people around the world. Thank you. You are a community hero.